So welcome ladies and gentlemen, we're here today with some PES 2015 live gameplay action between two new teams that have just come out. I thought I'd show them, Besiktas against FC Basel, and the new fan view for the camera angle. Also playing at the new stadium, the Santana Stadium as well. But this video is mainly going to be me discussing. I've had a lot of people asking me, do you prefer FIFA this year or PES? So this is going to be the video where I tell you guys what I honestly do prefer. I've played them both a lot. Obviously FIFA a lot more because it was released, well, a month and a half before PES. But I have a pretty good idea now of honestly what I feel about the two games. And personally, what I feel is the better between the two. And mainly we're talking about gameplay here. We're not going to be diving into the modes and the presentation because I think FIFA has that one hands down personally. But anyway, let's get into the matchup. Now this is the new camera angle. Before we do dive into the discussion, it is a long way out. It's actually quite interesting. You can see obviously the whole field. It's a much more tactical view. I mean, I don't think this would work very well for videos. It's far too far away, but this could work for online. I mean, you get a good view of the field. You can see where your players are coming, where they're going. So I want to see how I do here, trying to play and talk at the same time. But anyway, the whole FIFA and PES discussion, which I've been asked numerous times about which one do I prefer. And before I say which one, I will give you guys my reasons. Now, FIFA is a game this year for me. It's still, it's annoying. I'm going to put it that way. I played my brother a couple of times. Over the last few days, I've played against him. And he's the type of guy that will only pick fast players. He will not be a team if they don't have speed, which in FIFA is a massive advantage. Not such a big deal in PES, but in FIFA, if you have speed on your side, you are going to dominate possession. You're going to dominate chances. It's going to be a one-way ticket affair. Oh, here we go. Demba Ba through on goal! What a finish! But FIFA, if you got pace, you're going to win the game. And I would dominate him every single matchup pretty much. More possession, more chances. But because he had pace, he could break a couple of times, whip it in and score a header. Literally scored, I think, 3 headers in 2 games against me. And it was just so frustrating. And after those games, I realised how much I just don't like FIFA when it comes to that kind of thing. That's why I stopped playing online. Don't need to see the replay there. That's why I stopped playing online. Because it is all about pace. It's nothing to do with how good you are. Balls over the top work 90% of the time. Goalies don't bother coming out. And, you know, it's basically put me off FIFA. I don't mind playing the CPU. I can play them all day. That's fine because I can customize them to my liking. But when you come up against human opponents and they're going to abuse that ball over the top, they're going to abuse the best players. I mean, one game, my brother picked Real Madrid. Now, we know they've got Bale and Ronaldo. I picked Barcelona. But Bale and Ronaldo are so much better than Messi, Neymar and Suarez. And the reason being is Ronaldo has not only pace but strength. Likewise, so does Bale. And that's all you need. Messi is quick and he has good ball control, but he doesn't have the strength, so he can get bundled off the ball. Ronaldo, on the other hand, is like RoboCop. You just can't touch him. He's got a bulletproof vest on, pretty much. And if he's through on goal, if he gets away from your man, he's in and he's scored. And that is why, for me this year, I just prefer playing PES. Now, PES has its problems, don't get me wrong. I still would like to see certain elements fixed. The AI sometimes, you know, they pass it around at the back far too much than just pushing forward. That's a little bit annoying. When the goalies come out as well, they lob them 95, not even 95, 100% of the time. They'll get a perfect lob on the goalkeeper. So it's really pointless bringing your goalkeeper out. The referees are okay, but, you know, they'll give a foul for something that isn't really a foul and then book you for it. And then you go and do some little tiny challenge and you get sent off. So that sort of needs to be fixed as well. So, I mean, both games have problems this year, but I think PES ultimately is more of a simulation. It's harder to play. It takes more skill. You can't just win because you've got fast players. And if you want a tactical battle, then PES is the way to go. If you want a fast-paced, ball-over-the-top speed fest, then pick up FIFA. That is what I'm going to be saying this year. Some people will agree, some people will disagree. But after playing the games religiously over the last couple of months. That's what I've seen. You know, and PES does need to improve the presentation, the animations, the game modes. But they've got a good solid foundation this year. A very good solid foundation which they will hopefully improve upon next year. FIFA, on the other hand, if I'm being honest with you, probably FIFA 14 might even be better than FIFA 15 because FIFA 15's goalkeeping has been very poor this year. Goalies making problems all over the place. Losing, dropping balls, losing balls, can't even catch a cross. So as much as they've worked on the goalies and they even bought out a trailer for it, I think they've gone backwards in different departments. So I think, you know, EA have to look over their shoulder and say, well, Konami have finally caught us up a little bit. Yes, they're still miles away, as I've said, on animations and all that. Having all the licenses is obviously a massive plus. And we can only hope that next year Konami step up that side of things. The presentation. The Master League wasn't an improvement this year. Become a Legend wasn't. My Club's okay, but half the time you can't find a game online. Or at least I can't. I couldn't even log into my account today because of some verification issue. But anyway, there's half-time. We'll be back for the second half in just a second. So, not too many chances that first half. This camera view is... it's not bad, actually. It's, you know, you see a lot of the field, as I said before at the start of the video. It wouldn't work really for my kind of presentation side of things because you guys want to see the action in a little bit more detail. But, you know, let me know in the comments, what do you prefer? Be honest. You know, and we're talking about strictly gameplay here. I'm not talking about off the field or the animations. Although, saying about the animations, I can honestly say that FIFA's impact engine, half the time, is laughable. It really is. Some of these, way the players go down, they sort of hit each other in the face. I mean, the AI, actually, the programming side of things this year is appalling. The amount of times I've seen players run into each other, and it looks absolutely ridiculous, is too many times. And to think, honestly, that FIFA have had the player impact engine going now for many, many years, it should be at that kind of state where there is hardly any problems. It actually seems to be getting worse in certain aspects every year. So, PES impact engine, you know, has its problems, but it's probably more solid than EA's. But let me know, you know, what do you prefer? Are you a FIFA guy who actually likes PES this year, or maybe you've played PES for many years and you've decided that FIFA's actually the way to go because of the licensing? Yeah, licenses is a problem. I mean, we can discuss that all day. At the end of the day, guys, you have to realise that EA make billions a year. Konami probably barely even make millions. So it's just one of those things. They can't catch up with them. They're never going to be able to afford the kind of licenses that EA will. And this is what I'm talking about as well. The AI here, they're keeping the ball, that's fine, but they're not going anywhere. They've literally gone back and forward here in their half, and they're not going anywhere, which is alright, but they've got to push forward. They're losing here. This is where the AI needs to be tweaked. There needs to be some sort of a patch that makes the AI play in more of an attacking presence. When they get into that final third, they push forward. They're keeping the ball here, fine, but they're losing. Get forward. So that's one thing that's kind of annoying. And certain teams I like to play, I just like to see more variety, I think. That's the problem in how teams play. You know, if you're Real Madrid, if you're playing against them, they should be non-stop counter-attacking type of football. If it's Barcelona, it should be possession. And then let's try and find Lionel Messi. It would be nice if teams would actually try and find their best players. This is doing my head in now. I can't get the ball, but they're not going anywhere. But there's no point me trying to press them because they're the ones who have to score. And there you go, they go and lose it. So now it's my turn. I'm going to play this over the top. And these balls over the top, you know, they rarely work. They don't work as much, especially offline. I don't know, online I think they work a little bit more. But goalies certainly have more of a brain on PES. They'll still make mistakes, that's fine. But I mean, if you look at my Bayern Munich videos, Manuel Neuer is always off his line, which is very true to real life. But if someone plays that ball over the top and it goes a little bit too far, bang, straight off this line. FIFA, no, just sort of stands in the goal and doesn't do much. Anyway, we've got 5 minutes to play here. Basel have just been passing the ball around their own half for about 30 minutes. We only had like one chance this game. That's all we needed. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this quick video. I mean, I just wanted to discuss, give you guys my thoughts finally on what I thought was better. I'd have to say PES this year because FIFA has too many annoyances for me. PES has problems, yes, and they need to be sorted, but I do think it does play a better game of football. Please do let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be back with some more Master League, FIFA, career mode action shortly. But until next time, take care.